connecting deckboards. We can now start to lay our deckboards. On our deck design, we will be using alternate smooth and grooved faces of the York style deckboards to create the required pattern. Note, we have fitted the deckboards down the gradient fall, ensuring rainwater can drain freely along the grooves or the smooth profile. Measure the required length of your first deckboard and cut to size. Remember to end seal the cuts on each deckboard. Using 2 deck screws on each supporting joist, accurately fasten your first board 25% in from either side, lining up the screw positions for an aesthetically pleasing finish. Screws should be 2.5 times the depth of the deckboard. We used 75mm screws for our 33mm thick deckboards. Now position and fix your next boards, leaving a 6mm gap between each board. A good tip here is to use a 6mm gauge nail or screw to provide a consistent and precise gap along the length of the board. Because timber is a natural material, this gap between the deckboards allows for initial shrinkage and any subsequent expansion of the boards, together with providing excellent drainage on the deck. Continue along your deck, cutting each deckboard to size and fixing with 2 deck screws at every supporting joist along its length. If the deckboard is to go around a newel post on the edge of the deck, measure the notching required, again allowing a 6mm gap between the deckboard and the newel post. Carefully cut the notch and fix the board into position. When fixing the very end of each deckboard, it is necessary to pre-drill the 2 screw holes to help prevent the timber from splitting. When you get to the fitting of your final deckboard, you may have to make several notches to go around the newel posts positioned along the length of the board. Remember to end seal all the notches. To provide a neat finish around our deck, lengths of deckboard can be used to create a fascia. These fascias hide the cut ends of the deckboards as well as the ends of the beams. Q-Deck recommend the use of the smooth face of either Cambridge, York or multi-purpose board or rail material for a neat, unfussy look. Spacers made from short lengths of 33 by 33mm multi-purpose baluster material will be required along the length of the outer faces of the subframe to attach the fascia boards and provide support. The fascia boards are screw-fixed to these spacers and mitered at the corner joints. The spacers also allow a drainage gap between the ends of the deckboards and the fascias. We have incorporated our existing magnolia shrub into our deck design, and as with the cutting required to go around our newel posts, each deckboard should be carefully cut to shape with a jigsaw before fixing in position around the shrub.